Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to provide my opinion and a product review on the Honey Pot Feminine Pads. This is not a sponsored video. This is strictly my opinion based on my use of the product, and I just want to highlight this particular company because they are a female black owned company, and it also is a natural plant-based product. So just some more background about the Honey Pot Company. The Honey Pot Company creates feminine hygiene or feminine products such as, pads and tampons for your menstrual cycle. They also have feminine wipes, lubricants, as well as panty spray. So the good thing about this company, like I said, they are natural. Their products are plant-based. So they do not contain the chemicals that a lot of other standard brands, or even some of the more popular brands that a lot of women are, household names. They know them, they use them. So recently there has been concern over some of the chemicals that are in women's feminine products, and they can cause harm to the woman or to her reproductive organs. So there has been more attention placed on that, as well as more companies becoming aware and creating products that are natural and free of many chemicals, if any chemicals at all, just to make them more safe for women. And it's unfortunate that women's health and products for women have not been looked at just until recently, where the chemicals that are in them, we know that they're harmful, yet companies did not until recently take strides to create products that were safer for a woman's body. So with the Honey Pot Company, other than the fact that it is plant-based, making it natural, it is free from, as stated on the package, free from chlorine, pesticides, and fragrances. However, does not mean that they are dull and boring by any means. They are plant-based and they're also herbal-based. They're herbal-infused pads, and most of these pads, at least the two that I have here, both have wings. So I know if you're like me, I just feel more comfortable and secure having feminine products that have wings, or in terms of pads that come with the wings, because it helps things stay in place. So I purchased two of the sizes. I had the regular size and I had the super from the product line. They also have panty liners. They do have overnight for those who need it for a heavier flow, or when you're near the end of your cycle and you may just need like the panty liner. They do have those as well. I just purchased these to try them out. I knew about the company for a while. I just never got around to purchasing them. I have started branching out and trying other natural feminine products and product lines. I have tried Raelle, and I have also been using Always Pure and Clean pads, which are Always' natural version of their feminine pads, because that is my go-to brand from the time that I've started my menstrual cycle. That was the brand that I pretty much always used and always relied on. And to be honest, I have dabbled with other brands, but the Always brand to me has still been the most consistent in terms of protection, and also the fact that they now made a natural version of their feminine pads. I've been using them since they came out, and I like them. It's the same level of protection, just without all the harmful chemicals. So once I had a chance to try the Honey Pot company, I decided to go ahead and do that. And again, part of the reason that I am going for this company is because it is a female black owned company. I can say that my experience was positive, so I will definitely be repurchasing these products over time. So if you aren't familiar with the Honey Pot Company, other than the basics of it being a female black owned company, plant-based, natural, and all of that, there was a slight controversy surrounding a comment that the founder made in a commercial for the company. She did have a contract with Target, and so this was a Target commercial, and one of the things she said in her commercial was the fact that she hoped that she was paving a pathway for the next little black girl, and so and that she was someone that you know, a little black girl can look up to in terms of, you know, if she wants to go into the route of being an entrepreneur. And some people got offended by the fact that she specified the race, the fact that she said, she didn't just say, you know, she was paving the way for the next little girl, or for girls to look up to, or for the next girl to come along and look up to. And I think what people need to realize is that, you know, there's not always a positive black female in a position such as being an entrepreneur, a CEO, you know, that little girls can look up to. And so what I think the founder was trying to say is that, you know, hey, I am someone, because I realize that there's a need for positive female black role models for little black girls. And she's pretty much saying, I am one of them. I am someone who has become an entrepreneur, and I hope to inspire other little girls like myself, because maybe as a little black girl, when she was growing up, she didn't have someone to look up to. And that makes a difference. And so no one tends to have a problem when, you know, a white person mentors or, you know, does something that could be helpful to a little white child coming up, a little white girl or boy, or someone from their community. It's not an issue. So it should not be an issue when a black or any other minority wants to focus on being a role model or a mentor or an example for someone that looks like them. Because I think people tend to forget that it has not always been the case for people in the black community, and the same with people in the Hispanic community and other communities of color. There's not always someone that's, you know, in the media, in the news for something positive, or that may be doing something that, you know, is high achieving, that, you know, other people can look up to and want to do, at least not getting the fame and the popularity for it. Because there are a lot of people out there from every community that are doing, you know, wonderful things, and they are maybe celebrities in their own community area or in their own field, but we may not know about them. And the fact that this lady has a platform, a national platform, she's using that, and she wants to use that to mentor someone who looks like her. And I don't think that should be an issue, and it is not racist for someone to want to help people who look like them, or want to be a role model or a mentor for people who look like them. Nonetheless, when that happened, the products pretty much sold out after the controversy came out, because like with everything, you know, people love controversy. You know, that is one way to sell whatever it is, a controversy behind it, good, bad, true, false, fake, whatever. People will at least look into the product or look into whatever it is that caused the controversy. And I think that's pretty much what happened, is people went to show their support as well, you know, for the company and for the founder, because I think a lot of people disagree with the fact that it was something wrong with her making that statement and saying that she was specifically, you know, wanting to be a role model or serving as a role model for a black girl. So nonetheless, the product sold out, especially from like Target and everything. So really hard to get, because people looked into it and they're like, hey, we're going to support this because we stand by that. So now Target was a pretty big carrier. They are also available in places like Walmart. I actually purchased my two from my local Harris Teeter grocery store, which I had not seen them in there prior to, probably in the past week or so. So they may be branching out on, you know, distribution and what stores will be carrying it, which is good, because it means it's more accessible to people. But Target, I know, is a definite carrier. Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond, Whole Foods, Urban Outfitters are all people who carry this line. And the Honey Pot also has their own website where you can order from. But as of right now, I think they are sold out of a lot of the products online. They are in the process of restocking. So if you go on the website, you'll see that they have like a message up there about the fact that they're restocking. And I think part of that is just an impact of COVID. Like so many other online services and places, they are just impacted by COVID. So if you are looking to go get them, you may want to try your local Target or Walmart. But again, they have been sold out in a lot of places, so you may be able to stumble upon them. I don't know, but I do know the website is out for right now. But just keep checking back and see, you know, when they restock and re-up. So first I'll start with the regular. So the regular contains 20 pads. And as you can see, they use the little droplets to indicate kind of like the support level in terms of your flow. So this would be 2 out of 4 drops here. So the regular is kind of like your everyday, I would say, flow, not too heavy, not too light. One of the other things about this is that the founder was suffering from bacterial vaginosis, also known as BV, which is a very common thing that can happen to a lot of women. And so she had it for 8 months, and she was inspired to create this product because of a dream that she had where she said an ancestor came to her and gifted her with a vision to heal herself. With that, it helped her create the honey pot to solve for what other brands wouldn't through the power of herbs. So because her products are herbal infused, that makes them unique in this market. And they include mint for cooling, lavender for calming, and aloe for soothing. And both all of the pads are made up of those ingredients here, both the regular and the super. So one thing to note about the mint, it says for cooling. Yes, it does do that. And what I mean by cooling is when you put the pad on, you will feel a cooling sensation. So it feels a little weird at first if you're not used to that, or if you never use products that do anything like that. But the purpose of that is to ease your discomfort with some of the things that you may have that come along with your menstrual cycle, such as the cramps and the bloating and all of that. So I know for me, it definitely worked. I gradually felt that discomfort easing away, and until I didn't have that anymore. So I will say that the ingredients or the herbs used do work, and they work for me. The only thing is putting on the pads. Like I said, you will get that tingly, and it's not a painful feeling. It's just, to me, it was just like weird is the best way I can describe it, or maybe even just a little unexpected, because I wasn't expecting to feel that, like, I knew that it was infused with the herbs, but I didn't think they would have an impact like that. But again, it did not hurt, it was not uncomfortable, it was just an adjustment. So I just had to get used to that. But like I said, I did appreciate the fact that it alleviated my discomfort in terms of any cramping or bloating or any of that. I didn't feel uncomfortable at all with it on. So for that, I'm definitely a fan and grateful to those things, as well as having the cooling, relaxing feeling. And I got that with both the regular and the super. So just be aware of that when you put it on. If you're trying these for the first time, I would suggest that you just make sure that you have your normal feminine hygiene products available, just in case you put it on and the sensation is not to your liking, or you don't want to use it or whatever. I would just say just make sure you have those on backup, because it's like anything else, it could be a personal preference. But for me, I didn't mind it, and it did work, and I enjoyed the fact that it provided the comfort, which is part of the mission of these pads. Is also, it even states on here, comfortable, confident, clean. And it says to make peace with your period. So in other words, they don't want you to be miserable because you're on your period, and that's part of, and having those things like cramps and all that is what makes you miserable. So that's part of this process. I do want to note that they also make some products I saw online dealing with postpartum. So one of the things deals with, like, herbs can be good for stabilizing emotions and hormones. So for when women first have babies, sometimes the way your hormones are a little out of sync, and it can cause postpartum and other effects. They do have some products that deal with that as well. So I would highly suggest that you take a look at the website. Even though they may be sold out of a lot of things, you can still see what products are offered, and read the descriptions and see what they are made to help with. So I just want to showcase what the pad look like. This is the super. So each one is color coded the same way. So this is the super, just like the pack is green, the pad is green. The regular, it looks like this is a first fuchsia trimming. And again, they do have wings, both of them do. And you can see just a little pattern there. And it's very thin, so very comfortable. And in terms of absorbency, I didn't have any problems, no spillage, no leakage. So definitely a positive there. With both the super and the regular. So I would recommend them. And like I said before trying this product, my go-to brand of pad was Always, and I did switch to their natural pure and clean, and that's what I use now. And like I said, I do dabble in other brands, but Always has been my most consistent, and so I've always stuck with them. But they stopped making in the pure and clean brand, like the regular pad. So I have always I've been branching out using different natural regular pads. So Rael has been the pad that I've been using for my regular size pads. But now I have the Honey Pot, so I'll probably be still bouncing between those two because I do like both brands. Rael does not have any herbs or anything. However, it is another organic feminine product. So I do use them, and I recommend Rael as well, but we're about Honey Pot right now. So I would recommend the Honey Pot company and their products. I do think that the mission that they set out on to provide comfort is also a natural solution while you're on your menstrual cycle. They definitely accomplished that goal. I enjoyed their products. The price range, again, I purchased mine from Harris Teeter, which is a grocery store. So I'm not sure if the pricing was a little bit higher, because sometimes when you buy things from like a grocery store versus like Target or Walmart, they can be priced $1 or $2 higher. But I did catch them on sale, so I paid $6.49 for each of these. The regular retail price they're going for in that particular store was $7.99. But like I said, I purchased them on sale, so I paid $6.49 for each pack. And I believe the panty liners were on sale for $5.49, and they were probably $6.99 retail without the sale going on in that grocery store. I'm not sure what the Target pricing is. I didn't really pay attention, and I know the last time I checked in Target, they were out. My Target was out, so I don't know what they retail for in the traditional stores such as Target and Walmart, but you can probably check them online. However, again, like I said, the Honey Pot website is out of stock, and I want to say that they're kind of out of stock across the board just because this brand did gain a lot of popularity after that slight controversy over something that I think people really just read too much into and took. I know that we're in a high tension, racial tension society right now, but I definitely do not think that the intentions of the founder was to be discriminatory or to be negative against any other race. It's just a simple fact that, again, as a Black woman, she wanted to be able to serve as a mentor for little girls who look like her, and that's all it was. And I think the fact that people supported her by purchasing the product and pretty much buying it out everywhere really showed that people got that message and they understood that more so than a few people who felt some kind of way about it. So once again, I highly recommend these products, and I will link them down below if they are available on Target online. And I also put the main website, the Honey Pot Company website, down below so that you can, again, check out what they have to offer. Even though they may not have it in stock right now for you to order, you can at least get an idea of the product line and what they're for, and read a little bit more about the company and the purpose of the company and more about the founder. So again, thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe and check back for more product reviews, as well as check on my blog for other items that may be of interest to you that I have reviewed in the past. And I am continuing a series dealing with my Cricut Maker journey, so please make sure that you check that out as well.